Hey, what's up guys, this is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends retro carded Spider-Man series, Spider-Man 2099. This one came out a while ago, but it's one of those ones where I just haven't reviewed it because it wasn't that important, but now I have some time, so I'm going to get it filmed. This one is a reissue with different colors. Most people, I think, preferred the first one, but you guys can let me know if you prefer this one. That's fine. I'll post a thing in the top corner there for the original video. I'm not going to do any direct comparisons because it doesn't really matter. You can just look at them and see the color difference, and I don't feel like digging it out just for that. This one is fine, but it definitely has some issues, so let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 6 3/8 inches, which is going to make him pretty close to, and we'll just call it 16 centimeters. And before we get into anything else, I want to just do a quick comparison color wise. This color scheme is the color scheme I want, so much more than this one. The metallic, the flat metallic's kind of cool looking, but it needs more blue. And if the other one is more blue, I think it is, I can't really remember, then that's fine, but I'm pretty sure it still doesn't match this. I like this. And then I also want a cape that looks like that too. Like, this cape is so pathetic. So there's that. Okay, we're gonna set that aside. Let's do a quick question of the day. Are you a fan of this version of Spider-Man 2099? Not the figure, but this look for him. Do you guys like it, or do you not? For me, I like it, but I do think the Spider-Man Unlimited look is a little bit cooler, though I do think it is inspired by this look. Okay. First things first, back when we first reviewed this figure on the original release, I wasn't doing the Photoshop editing. I'm going to do it for this guy just to show you how much better he could look. Now that you've seen that, okay, we can talk about this. This guy is very spindly and very lanky and very not good looking. It doesn't have some of the issues we see nowadays on the more current, more modern figures, but it does have a lot of them. He's got very small torso, very long limbs, very skinny limbs. They're not very shapely. If you look at his leg, there's almost no muscle definition in terms of shape. Like, they're sculpted there, but they're basically straight up and down. He looks like a long distance runner, and those people are not exactly superhero builds. So that's a little bit of a bummer. He has a very, very tiny chest, relatively low shoulders, giant hands, tiny torso, and a really nicely sculpted head. I do like that the red parts on the head are sculpted. They are not sculpted on the body though, and that is a big time bummer. I would like that a whole bunch. They didn't do it. The cape, like I said a minute ago, is pretty pathetic. It's pretty low on the back, and it just doesn't really have any style. It just kind of dangles there. It's small, doesn't have any shape, it doesn't have any color to it, no blue shading or anything like that. Kind of a bummer there. And then the paintwork, it's okay. It's a little bit glossy to give it some differentiation from the blue, and it's painted pretty well on the main part here, but the butterfly part is just a joke. They're not even close to the same on either side, and they're really messy. The arms, the shoulders don't line up at all. There's spots missing here and there. It's not very well executed. Is it worth $20 to $25? I think these ones were still at the $20 price point. Not really, unless you really, really needed this Spider-Man. So I don't care for it. Aesthetically speaking, the sculpt isn't great. The paints aren't that good. There's just not a whole lot going for it. I do like the metallic blue. It's cool, but I don't think it's all that accurate. Though I'm pretty sure he has been fairly dark in some of the comics. I'm not positive. Really, the only thing that's really good about this guy is the head. It's very well sculpted and painted. Otherwise, it's just blah. So I'm going to give it only a 6 out of 10. This body is just not cutting it in today's action figure climate. Now, as far as accessories go, get ready. Hold your pants on. That's the new saying I'm going to use. He has the 2 open claw hands that come on him in the package. Then we get 2 wall crawling hands and 2 fist hands, and that's it. That's it. You can count the cape if you want because it is removable, but that is it. So 5 out of 10 for accessories. You're not getting a whole lot there. Now, as far as articulation goes, this guy's pretty lanky, so it should pose pretty well. The head, it's on the disc hinge. It does look up pretty nicely. It does look down pretty well. It rotates, of course. Any attitude? Just a touch. Doesn't sit too high on the neck. That's pretty good. It is a long neck with low shoulders. That's not good. Tiny chest throws off the look a lot. I will have showed you the Photoshop. I'll show you again. Butterfly joint on this body doesn't work very well. We've seen it basically infinitely better than this. This is better than nothing, but just barely, and it's certainly not worth the destroyed sculpt, so that's a big bummer there. Shoulders do have their rotation. You do get the hinge all the way out to the side. That's fine. Bicep swivel is fine. Double jointed elbow is fine. Wrists have a swivel and a hinge. That's all normal. Ab crunch on this guy. What? No, mine has to be. It won't go. Should I force it? Alright. Alright, we'll try it. Let's see what happens. Okay, it went. There's some kind of plastic nubbin somewhere keeping that from going. So it does lean back. It is horribly done though. There's a giant pizza oven in there and the paint doesn't continue, so... Oh, it still doesn't want to go. That's weird that it has the range, but it's like made not to go. And it's not painted or sculpted. That's super weird. Going forward, we have the same problem. I can force it forward, and it does work. What's wrong with this ab crunch that it's made to not function properly? That's so weird. It's still like... That nubbin is still holding it. Something's holding it. That's super weird. Waist twist is okay, though you can see the sculpt is jacked up right here. It's like cut away on that one side. Can you see that? A little bit weird there. Hips. He kicks way better than the retro Spider-Man mold. Way better. Way higher. Going out to this... Well, they go back a little bit too. Going out to the side, horrible. Not even 45 degrees. This is terrible. The pivot is in the wrong spot. I can't get either of my thighs to swivel. They're both stuck, and this is the kind where it'll just break off if I do it, so I can't do it. So thigh swivels on mine are broken. They should be okay on yours, unless that's a universal issue. Knees are fine, no problem there. No boot swivel. Ankles are very tight on this guy, but they do go all the way back and all the way forward, so that's really good, and you get a good ankle rocker. So most of his articulation's okay, but it's certainly not good. The ab crunch is messed up, the butterfly joint is messed up, the thighs don't work. They don't go out to the side, the hips don't go out to the side at all. So his articulation's only going to get a 6 out of 10 for me. Too many problems. So, the final verdict on this release, as far as a reissue goes, if you needed to pick one up, then it's there. But otherwise, it's not a good figure. It's an acceptable at best figure at the $20 price point. If you have to pay more than 20 bucks for this, then it's really going to let you down, I'm thinking. I'm going to give this guy a final verdict of 6 out of 10 for a reissue. It needs at least good paint and throw in some accessories. This is just a cash grab as far as I can tell. So yeah, not good. 6 out of 10. That's my final rating. Let me know how you guys think about it, what you think about it in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos almost every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. In the meantime, keep collecting.